Hello, everyone. Welcome back. For some reason, we got disconnected from YouTube. This happened to me yesterday on my stream as well. The studio shows everything is functioning normally. However, for some reason, no one can see us on YouTube. We just see a frozen stream. And I have no idea why. It's the second time this has happened. Not certain what causes it, but let's see if everyone comes back. So yeah, sorry to have ended that previous stream so prematurely, but I'm back with Usama, and let's see, let's give it a minute for everyone to walk in. So, okay, we have people in the chat already. We're back, working fine. Yeah, well, thank you, Dimilaman. Not certain what was causing it, and if it's going to continue to happen. Streamlabs has been working fine for me. I could switch to another platform. Don't want to use StreamYard for sure, but
You don't like StreamYard?
no, I took Streamlabs because Streamlabs had more features, and I got a better deal on because also StreamYard upped their pricing to some stupid number. They went from like $10 a month to $40 a month or something.
Actually, we're paying almost 80.
How much?
$80 a month. But
Oh
we
my
have
God.
unlimited. We have unlimited deal. Just we'll talk after a while. We have something else I want to share with you a little bit later about that.
Wow. Okay, so we have people back. So welcome. Not sure what's going on. How's the Duck doing?
Hey, the Doc is doing good. How are you doing? Look what I got
Scrunchy
here.
says we were 50 something and now we're on 9. Yeah, Scrunchy, I don't know what happened. It happened to me yesterday as well.
You see what I have in my hand?
That's a $1,000 note. Okay, so the fight dollar.
This is gold. You hear it?
This is my retirement money. I have
You know what? We share.
$50 million note from Zimbabwe. So I see your $1,000 note. I bring my $50 million from the Reserve Bank.
How much is 50 million to the my $1,000? How much is 50?
I'm going to retire on this. This is my plan to retire on this money.
No. I promise you, it will not buy you a couple meals in America. I know what it is because I come from Egypt too, and our money looks real good until you change it for dollars, and then it's no good at all.
In Zimbabwe, they don't even accept their own currency. Even the own government, like when you go and pay for services and stuff, they want to be paid in other foreign currencies.
Not in the country money.
It's actually worth zero stuff.
God help me. That's why they have many zeros on it, huh? The more zeros
the stream. There's no error in the Quran.
Hey man, Abdul, Adam Seeker, Abdul.
It's a demon attack. I don't know. Yeah, Allah works in mysterious ways. Maybe Allah has a friend at YouTube. You never know who blocks my stream. You never know. I was talking to another YouTube creator today who tells me that he used to get. He's at a channel. He's got 15,000 subs, but he's had some videos where he's had apparently millions of views. Where he just went viral, and he says then YouTube doesn't like his material, and now he gets like 50 views if he's lucky. So
this happened to me when I was doing some work against Obama. The conservative liked me, and I get in literally in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I get 50,000, 75,000 in one of my videos, and then suddenly I get that note: the video was removed by the owner. I said, "Wait a minute, I am the owner. I did not remove it." And then it's go start from scratch again. As it was so ridiculous. We have to keep reboot the video. How many times Christy Johnson helped me and Albi helped me, but then you know what? I stopped even looking at the numbers. It means nothing to me. If I have 5,000 or I have 100,000 or a million, make no difference, because YouTube do a good job to destroy your numbers.
Yeah, no, I used to have YouTube one day just decided that's it. people barely even get my notifications, but I think the right people are still watching. So that's important. You know what? Let's dive into Moses because we got distracted somehow. We were talking about Sachsenhausen and then we got disconnected. Maybe, who knows? Yeah. Leave Adam
Construction. I
Seeker
must.
alone. So this a dam seeker. A man is looking for dams. A dam seeker. Do you know this guy? I mean, who he needs a dam? What is needed? Like fishing? Are you going fishing? What is your problem, Mister? You know?
His problem is pretending to be a good Muslim, and he's not a good Muslim. He's. I'm telling you, we need to pray for him anyway.
I mean, we can ask Allah to pray for him. What do you think?
Allah does. Allah will
Let's
pray
pray
on
to
him.
Allah
Not
to pray for this damn seeker.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على آدم سيكر وعلى لا I don't want to say that. That's not good. That's terrible, man. I don't think his family will like me anymore, but that's okay.
What is this? Allah created me with his left hands. I mean, like, what is
No, no,
this?
no, 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 no. Two right hands, man. What do you mean two left hand? Allah have no left hand. Allah have two right hands. And he breathes in him with his spirit. And he causes the angels to worship him. What else do you want to say about yourself, Adam?
You know, we've got this. There's some other fool here. You know, I mean, here's a guy. What's his face? Tawhid Islam, talking about worshiping humans, and it's like interesting. Well, how about you guys worship a stone in Mecca? Is licking stones okay? Is that because that's what the pagans did? Are you guys pagans too? Because you do exactly the same things the pagans did. What is
I'd
going
rather,
on?
yeah, yeah, I'd rather to talk to a human than to talk to a rock,
Yep,
especially
yep,
black rock. Come on, man. If you have a white rock, yeah, but not black rock.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, so I mean, seriously, these guys are taking such a beating. If you go on social media today, you'll find more and more people are talking about the Sharia. It's become a thing now. And 5 years ago, I was the only one talking about it. Nobody but me was banging that drum real hard. It was just a word that was floating around. Now people are talking about it. And everybody knows Muhammad was a pedophile by
Even
any
our
Western.
politician, listen, Lloyd. Our politician in America, for the first time, I've been living in this country for 37 years. For the first time, I hear more politicians speak against Sharia than I have ever heard. Start with Mr. Trump and many governors and many senators, and God help us. This is like
See,
a miracle. What we see
see,
happening
I am
in the
the
world
tip of
today.
the spear. See, I am the tip of the spear, you know? And everyone's finally caught up with me. I was ahead of the curve.
Man, you're so humble too. Man, can I learn some of your humility?
No Muslim worship Kaaba or Blackstone. They only lick it. No, they keep licking it. Now, licking stones is what your ancestors did, right? Those pagans. Muhammad was a pagan, remember? According to Muslim sources, he worshipped Allah, Manat, and Al Uzza.
My brother Yusuf, and I could not believe what I heard by my ears. Do you know that at the area of the Black Stone, the floor there is very slippery?
No.
If you
And
walk it and you're careful, you can fall, you can slip. You know why?
tell me why.
Yeah, I hate to say that if there's a ladies or little children, please make your children go away for 10 seconds here. Please make this a warning.
Right.
Men who are so excited sexually, they produce some fluid out of their physical body at that area, and that what causes it to be slippery. MashaAllah. See the connection between sexual activities and the worship of the black stone. It is so sick. It is so sick. I'm not kidding you. This is just I just learned this a few weeks ago.
I mean, it's like you can see here, here they are not worshiping a stone, you know, a little silver vajayjay. Here they are not worshiping a stone, touching it, you know. Yeah, give me some of that. Yep, not worshiping a stone, stone lickers, stone huggers, stone kisses.
Even though
Oh my
the
God, look
Sharia
at this.
is very clear, Lord. You're not supposed to do but kissing it without making the noise of the kiss. Like that, you cannot do this. Have to be soft kiss. And these people are licking it and doing all this. That's
Praying to
sick,
it,
man.
Yeah, praying to a rock. I wonder, I wonder, I
But don't
wonder.
forget now. Kissing it will bring full forgiveness of your sin, past, present, and future. That's how the color changed from white like milk to what we have seen today, black like my phone. Look at my phone. That's how the white turned to. I mean, man, that's
Yep.
quite a change. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, this is definitely not anything that the pagans did before the Muslims came around, kissing a stone, licking a stone, rubbing yourself up against it, squeezing your crotch against it. You never know. I mean, like, gee whiz. Yep, no, no, no.
What this guy said.
Yeah. Also, kissing the black stone cleanses your sins. Now, only Allah can forgive sins. So the black stone is therefore Allah. Just so you know, right? When the black stone cleanses your sins, only Allah can cleanse sins. The black stone is thus Allah. Wow, wow, wow. So all of these Muslims that just seem to love this piece of rock.
It's not any rock, man. That rock came from heaven to India to Mecca. MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Yeah,
Special.
yep, definitely. So we were talking about Moshesh and the experience of the burning bush. I believe that's where we ended off last time. And before we got so
Yes,
rudely
sir.
interrupted by YouTube, and we got and you know, oish, yeah. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, that must be gross. Horrible stuff. I mean, seriously, horrible stuff. Okay, so shall we talk about
Whoa, I have to say something before we get to Moses. I'm sorry. Besides the immorality between Muslim men and Muslim ladies around the Kaaba, I mean, I got some friends who left Islam because he went to do the pilgrimage. As he and his brother stretched hand forward and backwards to put his mother and his sister between them. And at the time, he did not understand, but when they start circling around the Kaaba, men would squeeze their hand to touch their mama and their sister breast and their body. It was so disgusting that they actually walk out of the Kaaba a non-Muslim. I mean, and we have lots of videos now online where people now have this technology to say, hey, look what's happening around the Kaaba. Men molesting women in the most holy place in Islam. If that's the most holy place, what else is are doing there? I mean, just think about the witness of the floor and the touching of the females around the Kaaba. Something is wrong, man. These people are so evil, wicked, immoral. Anyway, move on, brother. Move on.
Christianity will be dead in 100 years. Churches are empty. Pastors are becoming atheists. Every Christian will become Muslim in the second coming of Isa As. Isa Ass. Easy Ass. Easy Ass. Well, who? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
It's so interesting.
and
These guys are
that
moaning
guy will be
about.
a Muslim too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. Go on.
yeah. And that guy will be a Muslim too. ES, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah. Isa Ass. Isa Ass. I don't know. So who? Isa Ass. Yeah. Christianity will be dead in 100 years, and of course, and Muslims are still
Great.
moaning today about the Crusades from 800 years ago. When Crusades 2.0 starts, you guys are going to be bitching 5,000 years from now. At least the five Muslims that are still on the planet.
Let's think
Anyway,
about it. If it
yeah.
is with bullets, if it is war with physical war, how far do you think the Muslim world will look? When do you think the Muslim world will look like Gaza today? You know what we have in Gaza?
Rocks and rubble and tunnels.
Well, do you want to see this in the rest of the Muslim world? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they like
Isa
to see
is
it.
Jesus. No. The Isa of Islam is a Gnostic Jesus that Muslims stole from the Gnostic Gospels from the late second, third, and fourth centuries. Because you guys are copying the Gnostic Jesus. If you read all the Gnostic Gospels, you'll
But
find you guys
Muhammad
are
did not
pretending.
know. Lloyd, Muhammad
Yeah,
did not know. He was copying from the wrong book.
yeah. I know. Just because of your statements, I'm going to ask the Israelis to do a special bombing run in Gaza just for you guys, just to bomb a few tunnels, just for you guys, okay? Because I think you deserve it. I think Hamas deserves it, and
Listen, Hamas in Egypt celebrating the victory of Hamas against Israel in the last 2 years. I said, if you call that victory, what do you call lost?
um, that is true. That is true. They won, but they're complaining about, So I think what we'll do is we'll send the Israelis into Syria next, then we send them into Jordan to clean up over there, and we'll just send them around, and eventually we're going to give the
And you
Middle
know,
East to Egypt. To no, no,
and
no,
you know,
not to Egypt. Those guys, no.
yeah.
We'll give the Middle East to Israel. What do you guys think?
But think about Lloyd, brother Lloyd. Think about Israel. We're talking about 8.5 million people there, not even 9 million or so, 9 million. You're talking about women, old and young, and little children, little babies. I don't know what happened if Israel have 20 million or 40 million. Oh my world. You're talking about the smallest country in the world and standing against the Muslims right and left. They were going in war against Yemen, Iran,
Yeah,
Syria,
and beat them
Lebanon.
all.
And
Yeah,
I have
I
no
mean,
idea how in the world that small, tiny. How can Muslim not be ashamed of themselves? They should put their face in the dirt. Don't talk about Israel. Change the subject.
yeah,
Let's talk about war. Let's talk about something else. But anyway,
my bot is unhappy with this guy, but and your prophet, the man you worship, was a pedophile, right? So you are the religion of
no,
pedophiles. I'm
excuse me. It
sorry,
was his
we
wife.
don't do. Sorry.
Aisha, excuse me, sir. Aisha was his wife. So you cannot use the word pedophile for the Prophet of Islam.
Oh, sorry, rapist. Jesus, how did I get that so wrong?
You cannot use the rapist because she was his wife, man. He married her. She was on the sunnah of Allah. I know you
And
don't like in the West to marry before 17 or 18, but Muslims love 6, 7, 8, 9. That's awesome age because then you raise her to be exactly where you want her to be. So you raise her to be the wife of your life. No, for the whatever time you have with her. Anyway, move on that one. Now we get to Moses.
now he wants to talk about Paul, but you know what? I think we've had enough of your nonsense. I mean, seriously, you guys don't add anything to the discussion. You guys don't provide anything of value. You all repeat the same polemics over and over. You aren't even able to learn from anything.
Yeah.
So let me see. You know, your real prophet is Paul. Well, your real prophet is a pedophile, like I said, and police Paul didn't shag any 9-year-old girls. So anyway, there's no point keeping this guy around. He's
Hey,
of no value
no,
to
no,
us.
no, just a minute, just a minute. I have something important for you to read to let the Muslim know the true prophet of God in the Bible actually give us a powerful statement about some people. Okay, go to Daniel 5:27 if you don't mind. Daniel 5:27, and to make this like a comment or a statement you read for the Muslims when they show up in your channel. Literally, that's perfect. Daniel 5:27.
Let's go.
What did Prophet Daniel the Bible said?
He said, "Thou art weighed in the balances, and thou art found wanting. Thy kingdom
That's
is
it.
divided and given to the Medes and Persians."
Yeah, but tickle thou art weighed in the balance and art found wanting. I mean, like they're empty. They're empty heads, man. They have nothing to stand on. Period.
Yeah, and
Even
true.
the verse.
Muhammad was murdered. Sorry, assassinated by a Jewish woman. Right, poisoned to death. Took what 2 or 3 years to die. Sad little man. Sad little man.
Long- It's a long suffer, man. I'd rather for him to go quick so we don't have to suffer like that. Anyway, all right, get back to our study now. We got enough chat around this block.
Enough distraction around this guy, but yeah, I'll try and fix the bot in the meanwhile. It's complaining about long messages. I will have to fix the bot. I put the bot back on, but I see I need to sort it out. So the experience of the burning bush, I think this is where we are, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So while I figure out where the heck the bot is, so according to Quran, so guys, I will fix the bot when I have a chance. The
When
five
what
pillars
you
of Islam. So yeah, so according to Quran 28,
Yeah.
When Moses had fulfilled the term and departed with his family, he saw fire on the mountainside. So he was just marching along, sees a fire, and says, "Hey, let me go check that out. Let me go check
No,
that
no,
out
no.
because
Fulfill the
maybe
term.
I can
Remember
bring him
now.
news from the fire or some
Yeah, remember he
marshmallows."
told. Yeah, remember the nonsense of Allah in the Quran that Allah forgot. He's talking about Moses, not Jacob. He said, "You work for me 8 years or 10, if you choose to, for you to marry my beautiful daughter, one of my two daughters." We found out that Jethro have seven daughters, not two. The one who have two daughters was Jacob's, and that's Rachel and Leah. And he worked for each one of them for 7 years. So he worked for his father 14 years, not eight, not 10, not 18. Because amazingly, Muhammad assured us he did both of them, the 8 and the 10. How? I don't know. But anyway, but obviously, he did not leave in 18 years or in 8 or 10 years. He actually left after 40 years. And when he left, according to the Bible, it was not that night when he saw the burning bush. At the night of the burning bush, he was not going to Egypt, Lloyd. He was doing like a normal day, another day. He's shepherding and he got the sheep and do the looking for grass to take care of the sheep. And on that night, the Lord spoke to him in the burning bush, not as Muhammad put in the Quran, as if he was on his way to Egypt. Listen to this. When
Mhm.
Moses had fulfilled the term and departed with his family. Where is going? To Egypt. Nonsense. As you're gonna see, Allah in the Quran will contradict that by Moses, telling Allah, I cannot go to Egypt. Excuse me, you idiot. In Quran 28, verse 29 to 32, you will go to Egypt. Why now, when Allah told you in the burning bush, go to Egypt, you say, I cannot go to Egypt? You see, the contradiction in the Quran is nonsense. It's foolishness. But go ahead, read, brother. He said,
Yeah, I set the bot to 200 characters on a message. I'm not sure what YouTube allows, but you should be okay now with the long messages. This Al Zut thing, all night, this Al Zut thing, Muslims and the Al Zut thing. And honestly, these guys need to answer for this because on social media, people are not taking these people seriously anymore. Look, we know you're a threat. We know you took billions of dollars. You've infiltrated the government. At some point, you guys are going to get kicked out. There's going to be war, right? This is not going to be the Lebanon. You're dealing with people that know how to fight. And
this
you're
Saad will
outnumbered.
live. Al
Right?
Saad will live to Muhammad with Moses. You go back to Al Zot. Listen, Adam will like Al Zot. You know why? Because he's a Pakistani. I guarantee you, if you ask Adam, what do you think for the men of Pakistan when it comes to the story of Al Zot? He say, yeah, mashallah, mashallah. It's true. Is Adam there? I can't see Adam. Is he there?
Yeah. You know, these people have been, these guys think they're being original for the simple
Yeah.
reason that you're promoting 19th century polemics. This is nothing original at all. You're also promoting very basic Gnostic mythology. You know, honestly, there is nothing original about this. These are Gnostic ideas, but also these are polemical ideas from the 1900s that were popularized then. And these channels are talking absolute poop, right? Because when you look at the rest of the beliefs, these people are just talking right out of their butts. So let me see. Um, yeah. Anyway,
I
so
wonder if we can finish the burning bush today, or maybe we'll finish it another couple weeks.
we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. So,
All
so
right. I'm so excited about it. Let's do it.
okay. So Moses is walking along and he goes, "Hey, there's a fire. You know what? I will go and stay here, wife and children. I will go get some news from the fire because fires are where you get news. It's on the mountain. It's probably a
Like,
place of
listen,
news."
TV, man. When you see TV on and you sit in front of the TV, if it's CNN or Fox, you get news. What's so wrong with that?
So what the freaks really come out at night.
But
The New Testament.
you
We
see,
know the New Testament. You know what? The New Testament manuscript dates are becoming earlier and earlier. We're now looking at as early as the year 50 or even slightly before for some of these manuscripts, which is
yes,
just
yes.
so weird.
And by
Yeah.
the way, the opposite in the Quran is getting later and later. Muslims claim it was collected after Muhammad death, and we found out it's not even another 100 years after Muhammad, if you have anything. But anyway,
Yep.
moveon.org.
Yep. So, so basically, it's like, oh, I see a fire. Stay here, wife and children. I shall bring you some marshmallows from the fire.
He didn't say marshmallows. You're adding the word of Allah, man. I don't like the way you talk about the Quran. Show me the word marshmallows anywhere.
So when he came to
I
it, he
mean,
was called from the
you.
right side of the valley, not from the wrong side. Okay, very important. Not from the wrong side. He was called from the right side of the valley in the blessed spot from the tree. So you guys know the spot by the tree, right? So if Muslims can show you
Was it
today
a
the
tree?
spot by the
Was
tree.
it was it in the Bible a tree or a bushel?
It was a marshmallow tree because that's the makes the best fires.
Okay, move on. There's no reason to argue with you, man. I'm gonna lose every time. Go ahead, move on.org.
That, O Moses, surely I am Allah, the Lord of the worlds, and
Can you
throw down
imagine
your
Moses
rod.
did that in the Quran? No, no, no. Allah is speaking from the fire. He say, I'm Allah. If Allah can be a fire in a tree, why can Allah become a human?
Um,
What is so hard for Allah to become a piece of rock, a piece of wood? I mean, remember, the tree was burning and the tree made out of wood, and he's saying, I'm Allah.
Because reasons. I don't know. Allah can't come to Earth, but He can come to Earth as a burning bush. So He can come to Earth as a piece of wood. You're right. Allah's a block of wood, and He can burn you. And someone set
And it's
fire to Him,
burning.
and His message was, Moses, there's some water down there. Please throw it over me. You know.
I'm getting hot here. Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. JC's in the chat, and JC, I just dropped the link. You can hop on the stream if you'd like, JC, and we'll continue. He says Surah 28 mentions Mount Turi, which later becomes Mount Tuwa. So the Ra becomes Ya. It would be good to hear Usama's thoughts about those terms. What are your thoughts there? Is it the same or?
28. Mount Tawa is Arabic. Let me look it up. 28, 30, 28. I will read it to you in a minute. And here, 30. فلما أتاها نودي من شاطئ الوادي الأيمن البقعة مكرمة شلت يا موسى عمرو تصل فين وين is that لعلكم تنتظرون الوادي الأيمن. He didn't say the name of the wadi here, man. نودي من شاطئ
You know what I
الوادي.
just figured out? Oh, so Adam C just called me a racist because I said that JC can come, but not him. And
we don't like him. Yeah, we don't like Adam Seeker.
you know, and it's like he's a dam seeker. He's looking for a dam. I don't know. Maybe he wants to go fishing. Maybe he wants to swim. And then,
Hey.
oh, Catherine just figured out why it was fire because when hell opens up, the fire came out, was burning the tree, and that's why that's what happened because the earth cracked open, the fire was burning the tree, and that's how Moses saw Allah there because the fires of hell were consuming the tree. That
My question is, when you read the story in the Quran, you have no idea what you're talking about. Do you know that? I mean, read it.
That's how Moses
saw
surely.
fire. Can you tell me if the fire was continuing to burn the tree, or the tree was destroyed by the fire, or the fire was? I mean, what is the story about the fire and the tree? What in this incident causes Moses' attention to look at and go and see it, as we read in Genesis in the Exodus account? It's a different story. Two different stories. So what? A fire was burning.
Usama,
Give it
that guy
another
you don't
couple
like
hours.
is here.
What?
That guy you don't like is here. That fishing guy.
Adam, what?
Oh my, you know, everybody wants to be here today. Hello, everyone. My favorite Murtad is here.
And I am your favorite Murtad, live once again with Usama Dakdok and Lloyd De Jong, who does not like me, and he's just a mean person and a racist guy. And
Hey,
I know he is very, very racist because I can see the color of his skin.
listen, if you fix us a nice Pakistani meal, we can like you. You have to fix us first a good Pakistani meal. Then we can change our mind.
You know
Otherwise,
what? You know what? I'm
Us-
gonna. You know what? There was a company that had a, like, if you won a prize, right? Your first prize was 1 week in Pakistan. Second prize was 2 weeks in Pakistan. Third prize was a month in Pakistan.
what is
Okay,
this
I'll
So
backward?
lose. I want to lose the whole game. Hey, by the way, you are looking for the Wadi Tawwa. That's in chapter number 20, not in 28. So you have to go to
That's
chapter number
right.
20,
That's
verse
it.
number,
I
yeah,
can't
10
find
to,
it.
yeah, it's chapter number 20, verse number 12. Inni ana rabbuka. Chapter number 20, verse number 12. And that's
Yeah.
you are in the Muqaddas Tawa. But like, why are you looking for Tawa?
No, I think it was simply hi everyone, because when we started reading this, I went to the Quran in Arabic in Surah 28, and I saw that it said Turi, which I'm Tuwi, no Tuwar, or something like this. Basically, Tawara, and I was familiar with the verses that says Tawa, but not that one. So I thought, what do you guys think? Is it supposed to be two mounds, one with a ra at the end and one with a ya at the end? So I've never noticed that before, so I thought I would just ask.
okay,
Ooh, Tour. Tawa. Tour. I see what you're talking about.
Mm.
Wadi
Uh,
Mountain of Tur, Mountain of Tawa. Makes sense.
well,
Hey, by the way, some people really like Mr. Lloyd. This un you can do it too is saying that I'm racist and Lloyd is brother, brother. Like you have 17 years old following you, man. Brother.
you know what the
Rod-
word tour is, guys?
Rodda. I like this guy.
Yeah. The word tour is a mountain. That's the word mountain.
Okay. Um, by the way, guys, before I forget, on Friday we'd like to do a stream talking about the Kiraat. Are you available, Usama? Not you, Adam.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a beautiful stream. I love that stream.
We've got the slides ready, and but Adam's not invited. But you can come, Usama. Would you like to join us on Friday?
I will come only if Adam show up.
Lloyd does not like me at all anymore. I am so
Listen,
mean. He's so
listen.
mean, so mean.
But Adam doesn't know anything, Usama. He
Well,
just laughs all the time. You know, I haven't heard him say anything smart. This is for smart people.
The
well,
smartest thing that I said before the start of your stream, there is no error in Quran. You guys don't know anything, you Islamophobes. I said that. That's the smartest
Okay,
thing ever.
okay, JC, are we gonna let this guy in? I mean, like, I don't know who this guy is, but are we gonna let him in?
Well, you said that it's only for smart people, so I think you have just ruled me out.
oh, no. We need you in. You got the
Okay,
material.
fine. I changed
We
my
won't
mind. I will
produce,
have.
but without you.
Okay, so we have low standards. So you two guys are invited.
Yay.
Perfect. And you can only be a Muslim if your IQ is between 70 and 80. Because high IQ leave Islam.
I'm too smart to be a
Hakikat, you
Muslim.
said that. Hakikat, you said that. Hakikat, you said that.
Okay, fine. Usama, we're not getting a lot done today, but fine. So
I
we'll
tell
do.
you, I feel like that story, that portion of the story will take a couple of weeks or maybe 3 weeks. MashaAllah,
But
MashaAllah.
Osama, you need to understand. Allah is a
Yeah,
Christmas tree here in chapter number 28, verse number 30. Allah is a Christmas tree. So you seen the Christmas tree which is glowing with light and everything.
sure.
So
Yeah,
this
who is not
fire was
already?
this fire wasn't burning the tree, right? So it was
Nope.
just lit, right? And then
No, but
it
that's
says
my point. I
minash
was trying
shajara.
to share. Yeah, I was trying to share with Lloyd about it. He didn't get it. First of all, it was not a tree; it was a bushel. Number two, the idea is the bushel was burning, but it's not consuming. You cannot see that in the Quran. Can you show it to me?
It wasn't consuming the bush. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, but
Where
he
it is?
thinks he'd shake as if it were a jinn. It was a jinn tree. Okay, fine.
Yeah. I do not know where you come up with that, but hey, it's a good idea. Shaking
So
tree.
Moses knew about jinns. That would be fascinating.
And there is no jinn except in Islam. MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
This is egregious. These people have no shame when they tell these stories. They have no shame just making up a
If,
lie.
unless you never read the Bible. If you have never read the Bible and you listen to the Muslim imams and the Muslim sheikhs and the Muslim mullahs and say, don't you dare read the Bible? It's like, why don't you want to read the Bible? Because it's corrupted. Well, let me do it. Let me do it. I'll read the Bible so I can leave Islam. That's the only reason they don't want you to read the Bible. Because imagine, you're gonna go to the Bible and you read the same story and you find it completely different. And then you go back to the Quran and you compare the Quran, one chapter to another chapter. Not only the Quran contradicts the Bible, but the Quran contradicts the Quran. And that's the biggest problem. Then you have to leave Islam. Therefore, it's very important. Don't read the Quran, don't read the Bible, don't understand anything. Stay stupid, stay dumb. MashaAllah. Don't ask, don't tell. Okay.
Osama,
Yeah.
listen. I was doing the
I'm-
stream just 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Mimi Hijab made a video. He said,
Mm.
Quran unquestionably came to fix the errors in the Bible. And he gave 3 points where Bible is saying something else and then Quran comes and fix it. Same thing here. He forgot about this Moses and the burning bush. Quran came to fix what is in the Bible. Come
Oh,
on, you
so the mistake
Islamophobes.
was in the Bible. Oh, now I got it. Yeah.
Now you got it? So the people
Yeah.
who lived near that time with thousands and thousands of manuscripts, they had no idea what to say. But somebody came in Arab, he knows
But
what to say and what to
in the
do.
same story, in the same story in the Quran, we know that Moses was on his way to Egypt. And then Allah asked him to go to Egypt. And Moses said, I cannot go to Egypt. Can you help me out with that? And he said, why? Because I killed one of them and I'm afraid of Pharaoh. When you go to the Bible, you find out he was not going to Egypt. He was doing the normal shepherding. And then God meet with him. And then God asked him to go to Egypt. And God tell him before he even asked, don't worry, the Pharaoh is dead. And all the people want to harm you, they're dead. Which means the Quran is wrong and wrong and wrong. And we got like 6 errors in just few verses.
You
Osama.
know, interestingly, the Christian God can come to earth. The Allah, the God of Islam, cannot come to earth. But you know what happened? God allowed Allah to come to earth, but he said, because God has a sense of humor, and he said, okay, you can come as a bush, as a little piece of wood.
A burning one.
A burning one. Yeah, we're going to set you on fire. You know, I'm starting to understand the story now.
I love it. Moses, grab me a bucket of water or do like it was
No,
in
no,
Abraham
no, no.
case, gather all the animals to go off the water out of me, but don't bring the lizard. I don't like lizard. They blow air. They
And
make
then
the
Moses
fire
said, hold on,
hotter.
best I can do is a dog that needs to take a little leak right now. I can help you there.
Oh my word, don't do that. Don't do that.
So,
Uh,
so anyway, back to the story. Oh, Moses,
no,
come and do not
can
be
you
afraid.
read the verse number 29? This is very important.
Where's
What
29?
why did Moses go to the burning bush? The same chapter, the
Up,
same chapter,
up,
chapter
up, up.
28. Up, scroll up. The same
Go up,
chapter,
go up.
verse number 28, just before this one.
So when?
So
No,
when Moses,
yeah.
Oh, I don't have 28 here. This is in the previous passage.
So
so
when
this is
Moses
20,
was
29.
no,
Same verse. He said, perhaps la'al, I will bring you from there some information or burning wood. Like how can you see burning wood and assume that you can give some
I can tell you, my
information?
friend, you need to read scholars' interpretation. Ibn Kassir told us that burning wood because it was too cold, so you're gonna get a piece of wood you can warm on it. Or news because Moses was lost. He was going to Egypt and he got lost. So you want to know how to get, where can I find Highway 28 so I can go to Egypt?
But
Right, left?
how can the fire give you the khabar? It says
No,
bakhabar.
no. Because there were some people around it are warming themselves. It's cold winter night. Hello?
Okay, so Ibn Kathir got some additional revelation.
Absolutely. If it is not for Ibn Kassir, Allah looks
Ah,
so stupid. I'm not kidding you. If it is Allah and Muhammad alone, when you read the Quran, it's a dumb for dumbers. But if you go to Ibn Kathir, Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, Al-Dakhshari, Al-Baydawi, and all the wonderful people, they make the Quran so beautiful. They're much smarter than Allah and Jibreel and Muhammad.
So in chapter number 28, verse number 29, he's getting some information. But when you go to chapter number 20, verse number 10, he is getting hadaya, huda. So
It's
how,
okay.
like,
It doesn't matter. It's the same idea, different wording, different information. It may look to you as a contradiction because you are more murtad, but if you're a good Muslim believer, it's the same. Makes no difference.
okay, so
That's a
but then
problem with you. Don't
but
people.
then when we go to chapter number 27, it becomes again khabar.
It doesn't matter because, see, in that passage here, it meant something maybe look different, but it's all the same. Khabar, huda, fire, news, it's all good. It's all. I mean, is it
You have
not
another
good?
4,000 pages to read on this
It
story.
would be different wording because I said in my writing in my book here, I said, I wonder if Muhammad repeats the story 20 more times, he will give us 20 different stories. Thank
Right.
Allah, it's only 8 in the Moses. Only 8 different stories. Thank Allah. Imagine if he had another 20 or 40.
You know,
We would be in the story of Moses for the next 20 years.
we need to let JC say something. You guys are like just talking over him. JC, please say
Oh,
something.
yeah,
Anything.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. Yes,
Well,
yes,
yes,
please.
I think I speak for everyone when I say that we are all very grateful to Prophet Ibn Kathir, peace be upon him, for
MashaAllah.
actually, yes, clarifying everything for us in endless tomes that people will just go, do I have to read all of those books? Nah, I'll just take your word for it.
Yep. That's what I always said in my writing. Whenever Ibn Kathir come up with some information, if it's from the Bible or from his head, I said, I did not know that he was receiving revelation from Allah, but now I found out, so I'm okay.
Right.
Because you cannot interpret a verse does not exist. When you add all this information to the empty pages of the Quran, you must be a prophet. You must be somebody who received this extra important revelation than Muhammad himself. I mean, what is the
Right.
chance? And you're
So
gonna see it.
moving on
If we go down the next graph, you're gonna see exactly what you guys are talking about. But we need to get out of the Quran so we can get Ibn Kathir radiallahu anhu. Yeah, mashallah.
right. So Moses was told, insert your hand into your pocket. It will come out white, without evil, and fold your wings towards you from the fear. This is very
Moses has
important.
pockets in his clothes back in those
And
days.
his hands will come out without evil, and his wings will fold towards him from the fear. I mean, that happens to me a lot. My wings fold towards me from the fear. Yeah, this is a serious problem. This can
Wings?
You
happen.
don't understand the
What
Quran.
are
Your
you
mind.
reading? What are you reading? What are you reading? The wings? Where are the wings?
Does
Amen.
Moses have wings?
You guys never sang the hymn "The Wings of Moses" in church? I wish I
No?
had wings like Moses and white hands. I wish I had wings like Moses and white hands. I put my hands in my pockets, they come out black. Oh boy, let me hide them away again. You guys never sang that hymn in church?
No.
I don't think
You
so.
guys need to learn. This is a good
You get
song. I like it.
so this is very weird. So I don't know. So these are
Okay,
two from your Lord
let me read
Pharaoh
the
and
Arabic.
Peter.
Let me read the Arabic and because I believe Adam think we're making this up. اسلك يدك في جيبك تخرج بيضاء من غير سوء واضمم إليك جناحك من الرهب. Do you understand that? واضمم إليك جناحك من الرهب. That's what Allah said. So I did not make it up, man. I'm
One day I
just
should check what
translating.
Saint Murad says on that.
Well, let's check it out. Hey, maybe say something different. I'd love to see what he says.
Let's have a look. So that was Quran. Which one was that? 28.
2832. 2832. MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
2832. 28.
32.
And here we go.
By the way, both story, I mean, that statement is completely wrong than the Bible.
Glide thy hand into thy pocket, it shall go out white without an affront, and adduct thy wing unto thee from intimidation. Yeah,
No, no, what is it?
that's
I do not know
yeah,
intimidation.
it makes perfect sense.
Now, are you going to say the Shahada because you read his
This
translation?
is
You like it
going
better than
crazy,
mine?
brother. This is going crazy.
Those are
No,
Absolutely
mine.
feasible
crazy.
proofs. I've only seen one. I mean, I understand the one about the white hand, but I still fail to understand the wing thing. Hmm. He was
Yeah.
not a
Listen,
bird.
That is
Allah said in the Quran. Allah said in the Quran, all birds fly with its wings, with their wings. So that's a miracle itself. Have you ever seen a bird fly with their tail or their heads?
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, but by
MashaAllah.
the way, wings. I don't know. I have never seen the word wings before, but yes, here it does say wings in the Arabic.
so.
Jinaka, man. I mean,
Jinahaka, yeah.
Yeah, would
Like,
that be like
but like,
protection from
what is the
angels?
context of wing here?
Could that be like
well,
protection of angels, wings folding? I mean, who
ask,
knows? But
ask
it's a
Allah,
very arbitrary sentence.
ask Allah, ask Muhammad, ask Gabriel. I don't know. I just translated it. That's all I did.
Gibberish, the angel gibberish.
Oh, Jibril alayhi salam, mashallah.
So,
Gibberish,
so
gibberish.
Jaibika is Jabe. It's Jabe. Like we in Urdu also says Jabe for pocket. But like in those
Yeah.
times, they didn't had pocket in their clothes. Do they?
But
I
what?
don't think. When was pocket introduced in clothing?
Okay. I have to open the Bible to show you the real story. It's coming up in my book, but we're not going to get to it if we keep going that slow. God help me.
Oh, we need to
My
learn
book,
that.
I take
What
no
about the book?
responsibility.
You know what? You people make fun of the word of Allah in the Quran, and the curse of Allah is going to be on you.
You guys are complicating it because they were on their way on a dark and cold night. And so they got lost. And it was there on the right side of the West Mountain that Moses saw the fire. And he just wanted to get some marshmallows for his family.
Marshmallows.
Right. What
I
does he
hope
say about
that's
the
not
wings?
written in it.
The marshmallow bush, because that would be a real miracle, genuine miracle. So he asked his family to sit there and wait while he went to investigate how he could find his way back to Egypt. True story. It's in the Quran. Allah wrote it himself. And had sayings of
If it
Moses
is
come
in the
true.
Quran, for sure, it is true story.
Okay, I'm going. I'm drunk.
No, don't
You're
drink
not
tonight.
drunk.
Whoever.
You're just reading the Quran, okay?
No, no.
You're
Yeah,
not drunk.
I'm drunk because I'm reading the Quran. Moses has wings. He got scared, so wings folded, and he put stuff in
Okay.
his pocket.
Go to let's get the wings out. Okay. Go to Exodus chapter 4, verse 6, 7. So you understand. First of all, he have to do two things. He have to make his hand filled with leprosy, and he have to put it back in his not bucket, but abbak, bosom. But
So
Muhammad did not know the word
where do
bosom.
I need to go?
Exodus 4, 6, 7.
Chapter
The
number
book of
4, verse
Exodus
number
is
6,
in the
7.
Bible. The book of Exodus, it's a book in the Bible. Okay, it come after
There's no 467. There's
chapter
431 here.
4 come after chapter 3.
6 and 7, 627.
Yes, read. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, that Moses, put now thy hand into thy bosom, not in thy bucket. What are you going to put in his bucket? Some money?
And
Read,
behold,
man.
his
Read.
hand was leprous as snow. Yes. And he said, put thy hand in thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out. And behold, it turned again as his
But in
other.
the Quran, he put in his bucket one time and it was white. And he went to Egypt and everybody shake his head. He looked at his hand white, got scared of him and ran away from him. You see? He scared the daylight out of his brother and his people.
No, no. You see, Muhammad was the most white prophet, right? But Muhammad at least had a white hand. So this was basically he was a precursor.
Moses have white
Moses
hand
had
only.
white
White.
armpits. He had white thighs. I'd show you my thighs, but they're not so white.
Wait, I got it. I got it. White. You don't have to go in details. Don't keep going. It's good. All right.
So
What else?
Moses had a white hand, and then what happened was to hide it, Moses put on a glove, and then so the Quran predicted Michael Jackson.
No, no, no.
Glove.
Allah did not say gloves. Now you are corrupting the word of Allah. He said in his bucket, like
And
this
Usama,
bucket.
you're thinking it is not corrupted already? Like really?
What?
Like you're saying Lloyd is corrupting the words of Allah. Like, you do not think that it's already very corrupted? Pockets and wings.
Like,
I'm still
hey,
still at the pocket
I'm
and wing.
trying to help you to understand the Quran. What you have under your bottom here, that's called wings, because that's like the bird. The birds fly with wings. Can't you see me? Wings. Oh, here we go. Wings. Ooh, our wings. You got it? That's easy, man. I can interpret the Quran better than you think. Hello?
Okay,
It's easy.
I need to. Yeah, I don't know if we need to apologize to the audience or if I should charge them money for that.
Seriously, right? I'm
Wait.
drinking coffee. This is my second cup of coffee,
You need to
and
change it to something stronger
I,
than
I'm
coffee.
now
Something harder.
I'm now feeling that I'm drunk, like literally.
All right.
What
I'm
is
doing my
what do
best
the
to
people
help
say?
you to
Hammered.
understand the
I'm
way of Allah.
hammered.
Read,
Hello,
brother,
Hamad.
please.
My name is Lloyd.
Yeah, read. This incident also,
This
go ahead.
incident also described elsewhere in the Quran 20, 9 to 10, and have the sayings of Moses not come to you. Come to you. When he saw a fire, so he said to his family, "Stay, surely I perceive a fire. Perhaps I may bring you a lighted torch from it, or find guidance at the fire." Quran 27.
Yeah,
Moses said to his
guidance.
family, "Surely I have perceived the fire. I will bring you news from it, or I will bring you a blazing brand. Perhaps you warm yourselves."
Yeah, so these are the three contradictions. Like,
Well,
is he
you have
getting
to
the
read.
fire to warm, or is he getting the fire to see the way, or is he getting the fire to understand?
I wrote this in the book 10 years ago. Just let Lloyd read the following sentence.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, I don't
I'm
know.
wondering.
I don't know why this needs to become a comedy show because things are changing around here.
Because you're mocking the word of Allah. If you take it to a serious heart, first of all, did you wash your hand before you read it?
No, you
My
have to
hands are
wash
white. I
something
stuck them
else
in my
when you're
pockets.
reading it. Literally.
Although my hands are not as white as those of Moses.
You know
But
what? I tell you what. I have some experience with the Quran, and I'm not kidding you. I learned from my young age when I was like in college years. Before I read the Quran, I have to pray because it's very demonic. I'm not kidding you. It's very demonic, and we're joking about it, and we're not. You need at least to pray. God help me
No,
today.
we have Jesus with us. We don't need to worry about the demonic things. But Osama, I have a question before you continue. Uh,
Sure.
you know about wudu, right? Wudu.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
How? So if you fart, your wudu is gone. You have to do the wudu again, right?
No, no. If it have a smell or if it make a sound, if you fart without the smell, without the sound, it does not. You will do.
That is
You
not even
still.
called fart, man. That is something else in English. So fart means you got it.
Yeah, but
So
you can fart softly. You cannot hear it.
yeah, so if you fart with this sound, you have to do the
That's
wudu
not
again,
good.
right?
You have to wash it. Yeah, you have to do another wudu.
God,
You have to
this
do
is
another
not what
wudu.
I signed up for.
But
You
like
know,
but like this fart is a wet fart, right? And
Yeah.
it is coming out from not the hole that you are going to wash. It is coming out from a hole that you do not wash in wudu. So how will
Okay.
wudu fix
okay,
the
so
wet
if
fart?
it's wind, but so that which necessitates the purificatory bath, it says here, but does not necessarily nullify the ablution.
Yeah,
Something
yeah, I'm
like that,
talking
right?
about the wet fart with sound. I'm with some on that. So don't have to open the Sharia. We know that. So Usama, now it's a wet fart, okay, with sound, and it created a sound and a very nice smell as well. So now what
Oh,
I'm asking you is, I have to do the
mhm.
wudu again. Okay.
Sure.
Now, please answer me. When I'm doing the wudu again, I'm not even cleaning the part where I did the wet fart. So how does that fix the issue of me getting dirty?
We obey Allah without questioning. We
Okay,
don't
so
ask
I
Allah.
can be I can be dirty and my butt cheeks might be squeaking because of the wet fart with each other. Like they were very very squeaky and
Elbow to the hand, knee down, your ears, your nose have nothing to do with your area there. Yeah.
Tell me this. Look, I know Islam takes this topic very seriously because they're speaking of breaking wind while seated on your ass doesn't nullify. But tell me, I mean, like, did any of the apostles write about this in the Gospels? Maybe an equivalent, or did the Quran add this as additional revelation for us to benefit
It is
from?
important because Islam is cleanliness. You see, the wudu is Islam, which actually was taken from the Sabians before. And the Jewish people also do the wash, but not that ridiculous. Somebody pass a wind, you go back and wash again. And if you couldn't find water, you rub your face and you do tayammum. Tayammum is to get you good
Osama,
dirt. Yeah.
We have a problem here again. You said
Yeah.
cleanliness, but when I did the wet fart, the dirty part is between my butt cheeks. The
I
grease is
can't
in
help
the
you.
butt cheeks.
You
Okay,
can't
moving
help
on. We are moving on right now. Moving
I just
on
say
real
that
fast.
are are we
The
not
wording
all
of
much are we not
yeah.
all much better people with the knowledge that such thing is actually codified in law?
Yes, and you
Yeah,
don't have any
yeah.
idea that without doing wudu, you can't offer prayer, you can't recite the Quran, you can't even touch the Quran. The problem is that this thing is not even getting your hands dirty, anyways.
Yeah,
And the part
actually,
which
as
is
well,
dirty, you're not even cleaning it.
a true
Because
story.
Osama said
The,
that did you wash your hands?
Yeah,
I would rather ask, did you wash your butt?
I'm having trauma already. This is traumatic enough. And Adam, you're not making it better. Okay. Unlike the other two, I'm gonna have to charge you to be there on Friday. Understand? So basically,
Yeah.
it's danger pay
Do
for
you
me.
know that in Sharia, according to the word of Allah in the Quran, I'm not kidding. Listen, it was one of the 30 new laws given to Abraham as Allah gave him the words. One of them, he had to take a shower on Friday. So Abraham was very clean. He only showered once on Friday.
But Osama, what if he does not get the water on Friday? Can he do that on Saturday?
Well, not
Yeah.
Or
according
he has to
to the
wait for another 7 days?
oh my world. That'll be 2 weeks.
Catherine says she can't breathe. She's laughing so hard. Okay. Well,
I need to go
guys,
to
this
the
is supposed to
story of
be
Islam.
educational.
If we can finish that next
It shows
couple of
we are
sentences.
failing at our job. This is supposed to be educational, a religious topic, and here someone's laughing so badly they can't breathe. They are feeling like what's that saint in what's it Minneapolis or something that died because he couldn't breathe? Saint George
Yeah.
Floyd. Okay, this is we could have a situation like that developing. So guys,
Then we get
oh,
sued. We didn't have money. We're broke. I mean, what is the chance to win a case like that in a court of law? What are you going to do? Sue Adam Seeker? Man,
I already
yes,
have been sued in many courts in Pakistan.
yeah, but Adam's gonna have to. I can just see in court when Adam starts explaining. Well, Your Honor, I was talking about wet farts. Let me explain. And then they're gonna like case dismissed. We don't want to hear it. So now, so the wording of Moses' quotation in the three preceding passages is very similar, but there are differences. Now, of course, Muslims claim that because there are variations in the New Testament stories, that this means corruption. But of course, here you've got the same book written by the same Allah with different details, and that's okay though.
sure. Don't ask.
Yeah, just don't ask. So one angel communicated this to one guy from one God, but you've got different versions of the story in random locations, not contained in one coherent story in one place. So what is the true account? Now we know what the biblical account is, so we've got that already, and it doesn't include anything that Adam was speaking about. Please let that pass out of your mind, everyone. I do apologize,
Me too.
and
Yeah.
I hope you will find therapy that will be able to help you
Trust me, you will
No,
never
that's
get
what it
rid
says.
of
You need to
this
read this.
information.
Now, let's start from now, please. That's very important. Read it now.
Oh, we're safe from Catherine. She says we're okay. We're okay.
Nobody died. Good.
Okay. So so we know that Moses was with his sheep, and it wasn't a dark and stormy night with Frankenstein's monster roaming the land. Also, the pronouncement of Allah is different in different locations. Quran 28:30 to 31. So when he came to it, he was called to the right side of the valley, in the blessed spot from the tree. Which tree? Nobody knows. That, O Moses, surely I am from Allah, the Lord of the worlds, and throw down your rod. Throw down your rod, okay?
Okay, I
So
have
when
a
he came,
question.
yeah,
I have a question. I have a question. I have a question. Wasn't Moses going to the mountain for the very first time here?
No.
No?
Moses was been doing that for 40 years, man.
yes,
That is the end of his
Ah, 40 years. So this mountain is close to his home, right?
well, that's where they normally the shepherd, the sheep, they take them in circles to eat grass
Right.
and found good place for
so
them. Yeah.
but that was
So
on the way
so
to Egypt.
no, 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 no. Wait. That's my question now. So he picked up a day to go to Egypt on the very
No,
stormy
that's
night
wrong.
in the
No.
day
Yeah.
when he was
In the
actually going to
Bible, he
this
was not
mountain
going
for
to
last
Egypt.
40 years.
Adam. In the Bible, he was not going to Egypt. In the
I am
Quran,
not
he
even
was
talking
going to
about the
Egypt.
Bible. I'm talking about this Quran and the Tafsir ibn Kasir. Like,
Well,
why are you saying?
it's written in different ways. One time he was going to Egypt, another time he could not go to Egypt when Allah asked him to go. He said, I cannot go. So it's yes and no. Depends which one you like.
But he just like in the previous page that we read, it was a dark, stormy night,
Yeah.
and
An old,
this
an
this
old,
two
80
mountain
years
is
old, not this man. Yeah,
and he's going there to shepherding and talking in from last 40 years.
yeah. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add
And
up, Adam.
Moses picked up a day, a night to go to
The wrong
Egypt.
day. I mean, how in the world an 80 years old man can travel all night to get to Egypt? What's wrong with the daytime, especially in a cold winter night? That's
And
normal
from
when they
here,
bunch. Yeah.
they don't have cars, right? He's gonna travel
They
on
put
foot.
a tent and they sleep in it, man. They put the tent and they drive a good 8, 10 hours during the day and they put the tent and sleep at night. They don't travel at night. That makes no sense. It's nonsense. Is that the point? Okay, I know what Adam is gonna go. Please
Okay,
listen. Now,
may I? I think we can be sure about one thing, which is the one story in the Bible is wrong, and all of the contradictory stories in the Quran are right.
oh, you got it. Are you ready to say the Shahada, brother? Can you repeat after me?
Osama, JC is saying the Shahada now.
Ashhadu. Repeat after me. Ashhadu.
لا إله إلا الله.
Mudamdam. Muhadham. Mudahdam. It's Muhammad, man. Muhammad.
Maybe not. Not today.
You know
Wait,
what?
wait,
I
he needs
swear that Adam is the real life Joker. I'm just waiting for Batman to show up through his window.
I told you. I
You know, I
told
bet you
you. I
Adam
know
wears
the
like a
truth.
little bowler hat and he's got like white painted face and like red lipstick. And he Batman's been chasing him for years.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, let me tell you something. You know that, and I know that Muhammad is the first Batman because when he was born, you know that a light came out from the VJJ of his mother, which
Yep.
lighted up the Busra, the mountains in the valley of Busra. He was the first Batman. Inspiration of calling of Batman came from the birth of Muhammad. You need to understand that. Please don't do that.
But I
Okay?
don't understand how can this be true story and his mama died as an infidel? What is wrong with that woman? Spend eternity in hell.
Because the light came out. Now she doesn't have any light. There's no
Do you
no
know that the
light.
light came in? Do you know that the light get in before it came out?
No, please explain. Oh
Well, Abdullah,
yes. The lady
you know
who
the
wanted
story,
to
man.
do the bing with the father of Muhammad, and then the very next day she said the light is gone. So Muhammad's father gave the light to the mama,
The
and
whole
when the
thing is
boy
about light. Light go in Amna,
Ah,
light came out of Amna, and neither Muhammad daddy or Muhammad mama, the source of the light and the heaven of the light, have ever believed in Muhammad or on Allah. Makes no sense.
so
It's
they were
nonsense.
only the carrier of the light, and then the light came out, and the light was gone. So they are both burning in hell now.
But this have nothing to do,
Mashallah.
Adam, with Moses. I mean, that story does not fit with our study today about Moses.
Yeah, I don't know why he brought up light. Sorry, Lloyd. Forget the light.
Right. So back to the topic for a few seconds. So take off your sandals. Surely you are in the holy valley of Tuwa, and I have chosen you. So hear what will be revealed. So, guys, hold yourselves ready because this is Allah speaking. Surely I am Allah. There is no God except me. So serve me and perform the prayer for my remembrance. Surely the hour is coming. I almost hit it, that every soul may be rewarded for what it strives. So do not let those who do not believe prevent you from it, and follow his desire, so that you should perish. And what is that in your right hand, O Moses? He says, it is my rod, which I lean on. And see, Allah was like, what's that? What is that thing? And Allah's like, Allah's not very smart, or his glasses, the prescription is not good. So he had to ask Moses, what is that thing in your hand? Is that
You
a
see, the story here is missing so much of the biblical account, because the idea about the rod and the hand, the whiteness of the hand, these were two signs given by God to Moses, not to Pharaoh, as Allah stated in the Quran. That's another error. But to the children of Israel. And the third one is the blood. He said, take water, dump it in the ground, will turn to blood. So if they don't believe the two first signs, they believe the third sign, that you has been sent by me. That's not what Muhammad said in the Quran. Muhammad got the idea, but wrong information to the wrong people, to the wrong Pharaoh. It's like, God help us. Anyway, move on.
give me a second.
Take your time, man. Take your time. You
While
can write a
Lloyd
book.
moves on, I'm going to
You
fix
can
Lloyd
wait.
here.
If you want to
You
finish
know
your
what?
said-
What's
article,
interesting? You know what? You know, we are supposed to listen. You know what? Muslims have been like, oh my God, look how bad Epstein is, right? Because Epstein's youngest victim was like 14. Aisha was
yeah.
9. So Epstein's youngest victim was older than
But
Aisha.
when you say
Epstein
nine,
is a pedophile, but Muhammad is not. I'm not
but
sure
let
how
me
that works.
let me correct something you just said. 9 to have intercourse, but between 6 and 9 he used to play from outside. So that's
Right.
molestation.
That's
Because
called
I could not
mafakhiza.
find a reason. I could
Yeah.
not find a reason for why Muhammad will take Aisha with him and find a babysitter for her. That's Sauda bint Zim'a for 3 years until she became mature and old, and now she can have him inside her. What is the purpose? Why she did not live with her daddy? Was her daddy broken man, poor? Abu Bakr, the first successor, could not afford to feed her for 3 more years. That's why when the man went to the Mufti of Egypt and he said, I would like to follow the son of Muhammad. He said, what? He said, I would like to have my wife, she's 6 years old, to be with me. He said, you can't. He said, why? He said, because you can't. He said, why? He said, because you are not Muhammad. Muhammad was a man of a self-control. You don't have self-control and you can't handle the truth. The Mufti
Right.
of Egypt said. So,
Yeah. But think about this. Epstein's youngest victim is 14, apparently, something like that. He's a pedophile. Aisha's 9, but Muhammad is the greatest prophet to ever live. No, Muhammad's a pedophile. We don't. If Epstein is a pedophile, Muhammad's a pedophile. In fact, Muhammad's an even a worse pedophile. And Muhammad made his religion the religion of pedophilia, because Muslim men can now marry young girls with no lower age limit. We've covered this at length before. So there is no lower age limit for consummation of marriage in Islamic law. So yeah, I'm sorry, but we don't listen to revelations from pedophiles. We laugh at them. It's that simple. We're trying to increase Islamophobia here because we think with more Islamophobia, we'll have less Islam, and that's a good thing.
mashallah, mashallah. All right, back to verse 14.
So
So,
here,
I
by the
mean,
way, so when it says about the rod, but didn't he throw the rod and the rod actually just went running away like 14 chapters ago?
Well, if you're looking at every mistake in the Quran, that chapter will take a couple of years to finish. Why not we just ignore some of these other errors between
Yeah.
Adam
Allahu alam.
and I mean, it's every sentence there's something wrong, guys. Not just one or two sentences. Every sentence.
You know what? And also, Allah should have said, "And what is that in your white hand?"
Because it's white by now.
What
You
about the
know,
wings?
he said, "What
No,
is
no,
that in your pocket, Moses?" And Moses says, "That's my staff, my Lord."
Lloyd, come on. Don't you know when you speak from the pulpit, the lights are too bright towards you. You can't see what the people are holding. That's what's happening. Allah's tree is white, bright, burning.
Allah, he was running out of firewood, and he said, "Is that a big stick of wood? Because I need a bit more wood. The fire is burning me out here. Help me out, Moses. Can you throw me? Give a brother some wood."
Now this is so mean. This is going dirty. My mind is very dirty right now when you said give me brother some wood. That is really, really
Stop it.
dirty.
Let's go back to my book. Then Quran 27. Go ahead, read, brother.
So when he came to it, he was called, "Blessed is he who is in the fire and those who surround it. And praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, O Moses. Surely I am Allah, the dear, the wise, and throw down your rod." So which of the previous quotations is what Allah spoke to Moses?
Both. You just have to believe it. You have to believe it. Move on. Get to the next one. We got it. We answered the question. Move on.
No,
So
no,
no
no, no, no,
Muslim
no,
can see
no.
these errors for two reasons. The Quran does not allow them to ask questions, since the infallibility of Muhammad and the Quran is a basic tenet of Islam. Secondly, Muslims do not study the Quran to compare passages or perform critical analysis.
Sure.
Ibn,
Move on, man.
Ibn Kathir says, according to the people of the book, the Jews and the Christians, that Moses put his hand on his face because of the intensity of the light coming out of the burning bush, and because of his fear of losing his sight, that Allah spoke to him. However, when we read the Bible's account, we see no reference to Moses putting his hand on his face. The Bible, in fact, only states in Exodus 3:6 that he hid his face, and this was because he was afraid to look at God, not because of the intensity of the light from the burning bush. So you want to challenge Muslims to read the Quran with the same level of examination they put into criticizing the Bible. For the full story of Moses and the burning bush, Exodus 3 and 4 are what we read. Ibn Kathir says regarding the name of the mountain that the holy valley from which Allah called out to Moses was Tuwa. When compared to Exodus 3:1, we see Moses was not in a valley but on the mountain of God called Horeb. Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the back of the desert and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. The core of God's message to Moses is that he must go to the people, the Israelites, and lead them out of Egypt, for God has seen the conflict and heard the cry. The call was for Moses to take the Israelites out of Egypt and into the promised land, which was full of milk and honey. This was the land which God promised Abraham, for the time had come for God to fulfill his promises, because the sins of the original people of the land had reached full measure. So God told Moses that Pharaoh would not allow them to leave Egypt, but the punishment on Pharaoh and his land would be severe. Pharaoh would let them go, and they would not leave Egypt with empty hands, but with riches of silver, gold, and clothes. From Exodus 3. So, before we continue, as you read the story in different portions of the Quran, for example, Quran 20, Quran 27, and Quran 28, of course, we have Moses in what? Exodus, right? It's in one book in the Bible. A side by side comparison might cause you to think there were different writers with different opinions of what took place there. So, for the sake of time and space, we will highlight the portions with the most significant errors in the story. So, please go back to the Quran and discover the numerous discrepancies for yourself, or just listen to us as we discuss this exciting chapter of the Quran with
MashaAllah.
the infamous trio of JC, Adam, Usama Dakdok, and myself. And of course, I was using Quranic maths just there.
MashaAllah.
I won't say
MashaAllah.
anything. You guys don't like me.
Well, no. We like you, but you went to this fart. You went to this stuff right and left. I mean, I was confused. I thought I was talking a different story. We will have
Osama.
this, Adam. We have a special chapter about farting in Islam, and then you can come and share
Mashallah,
all.
mashallah, mashallah. See, that's why I love you, brother. You are so
Hey,
humble.
no, hey, no problem at all.
Man, this
Go
is
ahead
so
and speak.
crazy. Like, uh, quite frankly, the story of Moses is the utmost silly story in the history of the silly stories that Quran would ever explain.
I mean,
Because
it's
apparently,
all retarded.
exactly. And then they
So
say
there is,
that Quran has no errors while they are describing three different stories, three different
yeah,
locations, and Allah is
Brother,
inside the burning bush. You
brother
just
Adam,
read that.
I wrote these
yeah,
two books here. Okay, I wrote these two books here, and I hated what the editor did to them. They take at least 150 page off from each book.
I
So
Why?
like that
this is
editor,
supposed
but
to
he,
be, and it is true. It is true. You can't help it but to see the revelation of error. The entire Quran is error. Here we go one more time. You can see the revelation of error. Every story in the Quran is bunch of errors. You have to be A, very stupid, no logic, and B, never read the stories in the Bible. That's how you become a Muslim. Don't do you, dear Muslim, my dear Muslim, don't read any other books about the Quran or about these things of the Quran in the Bible. Because if you do, you're gonna leave Islam. Stay, you want to stay Muslim? Just read the Quran. Don't ask, don't examine, don't search, and don't read anything else. You're good. You're Muslim. You got it. Stay
dude,
stupid.
he's
Yeah, stay
really.
stupid.
I mean, this is. It's so hard to take these stories seriously. The lack of coherence, just the way it jumps from fact to fact, or at least story point to story point, and the way that the plot is so contrived. It's like a movie plot written by a 5 year old. It's totally arbitrary.
Yeah. When some of my friends was reading these books 10 years ago, they thought I lost my mind because they don't speak Arabic. And I said, that's exactly what Allah said in the Quran. The Quran said that. And these people believe in the Quran? Have they read it? I mean, these are silly questions by Americans. But you go to some nutcase Americans who become Muslims. Why do they become Muslims? Because they believe in Islam, because they believe in the Quran, because they believe in Muhammad. No, they become Muslim because they hate Christianity, they hate Jesus Christ, they hate freedom, they hate themselves. They give their soul to the devil, Allah. That's why. The only reason. Adam, I ask you this question. Can you find me any other reason besides I said here for an American person, a man or a woman, to convert to Islam?
I challenge you to give me one single white Christian or atheist or agnostic who had accepted Islam after studying Quran and any tafsir. You'll find none.
No.
I have seen
Most
so
likely,
many. When I
yeah.
ask them about the Quran, they have no idea. The only thing that they will say is, it's simple. There is only one God. Christians believe in three God. And the most obvious stupidity here is they don't even know what Christians believe. Because Allah does not know what Christians believe. Allah says, do not say three. This is how stupid it is. We discussed it like a couple of streams ago as well. Allah
Yeah.
had no idea what Christian belief system is. And that's what Allah is refuting. And you know, I'm going to go a little off topic. Previously, it was joking manner. Now I'm going to be very serious. So just think about it. When you see my face, you think I'm joking always. This is very important. Uh, God is who when He tells us about Himself, not what we want God to look like to be. It is He when He describes Himself to be in some manner. Christianity, understanding the God concept of God is difficult. Yes, it is to begin with. But don't you think if somebody has to create a false doctrine, they will create it in the most easiest manner to comprehend because they want you guys to be deceived for that? Just
Mhm.
think about it. Why would Christianity create such a complex doctrine of Godhood to deceive somebody? Because the more the complex it is, the difficult it is for somebody to accept it because it's complex.
And but the more specific, the more it can be refuted. But when it's vague and unspecific, then it's really hard to attack any point. So you make a story that's kind of vague so that you can't point out clear errors. That's just the way it's done.
Exactly. So when we talk about Islam, you have a God which is one, yet you will see so many vagueness in this one God that you can't even comprehend, because he is there with his divine attributes, and 50% of his divine attributes cannot stand alone unless there is somebody else with him.
Yeah.
For example, uh, he can't even love, he can't even hate, he can't even have do jabbar, he can't be jabbar, he can't be kahar, he can't be anything. He can't be uh, anything unless he create. For example, malikul Qudus, Salam, Al Mu'min, Al Muhaymin, Al Aziz, Al Jabbar. He can't be any of these attributes unless he creates some creation so that he could express his attributes. So, Allah is in a solitary
Or you believe,
confinement.
Adam, or you believe that Allah changed. And if Allah changed because He created things later, then it all makes sense. But in Islam, Allah is unchangeable.
I agree. I agree that.
And that's
So,
the problem.
and when we look at the biblical text, we see when you have three personhood of God, no matter what type of an
Yeah,
attribute you associate, they
sure,
can be fully fulfilled in
sure.
eternity.
Yeah.
And
If Allah loves, He
yes,
is Rahim. Allah is Al Wadud in the Quran. Allah is a loving God. Okay. I know Allah loves those who go and fight for Him, but in the action of this attribute, who did Allah love? Who did Allah care about when there was nobody except Him before creation of anything?
himself.
It is only one God. That's a problem. That's a problem.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so when we talk about Christianity, and the guys in the chat, some Muslims are going in left, right, and center. I was looking at them, and that whenever you speak about anything, no matter what you speak about, they will go to Trinity. Like really. And I did 2 streams last year about Trinity, and these Muslims who were barking in the chat about Trinity, at the time when I was doing the Trinity stream, they ran away. Nobody was coming up. Nobody. But when you actually open another topic, they will come and say the same BS in the chat. And my question is, why? Think about it. Why do they want to change the topic every time? Last time, I was doing an Urdu stream, and there was a lady who came, and I had spoken with her for almost 1.5 hour a stream before. And this time she was acknowledging and accepting that yes, there is problems and all that. There were 4 people that came in my backstage. After listening to her for 30 minutes, I added these 4 people one by one. None of them spoke. They just wanted to change the topic. And one just abused with the private part of their mothers and their sisters.
Mm.
That's it. Because they can see what we are doing, we are exposing the darkness and getting the people out of the darkness. So they are scared. They are so scared, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You know what?
it's
By the way, have you seen the good news? Emperor Trump has said that he is going to designate the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization, and they're going to put
Wow.
severe punishment.
Finally, somebody with the guts.
Finally, 20 years after I thought it needed to be done. But fantastic, fantastic. And everyone's talking
Later,
about the
never.
Sharia. Adam, do you remember 5 years ago, 4 years ago, when I was talking about Sharia? I was like a lone voice in the wilderness, right?
Oh
Everyone was
yes,
like,
and I
"What
was
the
I
hell
was
is this?"
like, you guys, you have the best information that I've ever seen some non-Muslim showing this, and I was so impressed by your research on it.
Thanks, man. And I was alone, right?
Yeah.
And then you picked
You
up the
cannot
information.
say you were alone, brother. You cannot. This humble Usama was doing a presentation. It's called "Revealing the Truth About Sharia" for the last 10 years. That's 5 years before you started, but that's okay. That's okay. You
You
were
know, you
alone.
just
Yeah.
ruined the moment, Usama.
Hey, Adam, have you seen my presentation "Revealing the Truth About Sharia"? Do you like it?
I have not seen the presentation. I have read
Liar.
the I have read your book.
Well, but we have this anyway. Move on. I'm sorry. No, but to be honest
Um,
with you, Lloyd,
there is
let me give it
there
back to
is
you. Let me give it back to you, Lloyd.
there is an Indian guy or a Pakistani
Yeah.
guy who's writing in Urdu. Why don't you debate with this guy or this guy? Hey, I do open live stream, and you're that guy and that guy are running away from me like a dog with the tail between their legs.
I remember Alonzo Harris, who's going to debate all of us. What happened to that female?
That's okay. But I want to give it back to you, Lloyd. I am so thankful for you and for all those who speak English, who speak about these topics, because literally 36 years ago when I came to America, I was on some things called Pal Talk. We just talk,
Yes.
chat room place, and we're doing it in Arabic for a good maybe 10 years or so. And I was sick in my stomach because my English at the time was not that good. And I wish I can find somebody to speak English to take these things we're talking about in the Arabic day and night to the American people. And then I remember seeing David Wood, and then I seen was Sam, and we were doing some show on ABM, and then I started seeing a little bit pocket here and there, and now, man, praise God, this is growing, Lloyd. I know not everybody go in depths like you do, but at least people doing their best to expose this the foolishness and the stupidity of Islam. And here I see brother JC going deeper. I mean, you guys are doing good. I am so thankful for you. So I maybe you think I'm trying to take your glory out. You talk about Sharia 5 years ago, but imagine for 20 years. I'm praying God send somebody who can speak English to take this material and put it into the heart of the American people to save America, because it was like like the prophet Elisha. I am alone, but I was not alone. There was people there. There was people there. Why are you laughing? Tell me.
Alonzo Harris's real name is Huge.
Listen,
Oh, oh boy, we need to behave.
I think it's a bit too
now
late for that. If I may address a couple of things in
You
terms
may
sure.
of
address the call.
Sharia. In terms of Sharia, yes, and it's something that people need to talk about it a lot more. That's why, Lloyd, I mentioned like next year, once we start, after the whole Christmas period, if you want to actually come over on my channel as well, so to start spreading things as far and wide as possible, people need to know what Sharia is about. So that would be great. To address what Usama, you just said, that now there is lots of people doing this. This is actually one of the reasons that my channel is called Quranic Endgame. It's not meant to be me, it's everybody. It's like in the movie at the end, you have all of the superheroes going there to do the thing. So now every single coin, inscription, piece of parchment, Sharia, Hadith, tafsirs, everything is being investigated by like
Yeah,
everybody. So now we are legion. So now it's happening.
yeah.
This
You
was not
see the
possible.
pushback. You are seeing
Yeah.
this. We're starting to see the pushback. Social media people have educated themselves on Islam, and they are pushing back hard. And I think we're going to see it in government. We're seeing it socially. People are just they've got fatigue. They've got Islam fatigue now, and that tide is turning.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
true. Praise God for that. And I don't know, by the way, how long we're going to have the freedom to do that, because you never know. If America fall and the Democrat take over this country, then they're going to control everything. Most likely, people who continue to do it are going to be arrested and thrown in some jail or some prison.
Yeah,
And
but I don't think Americans are going to want to become a Muslim country. I think you will see a pushback. I'm not saying it may be peaceful, but people are going to draw a line and they're going to like, no, that's not going to happen. I think.
yeah,
I mean, look, if you look at the Reconquista, that took hundreds of years, but they started with a small group, and eventually they did it. And I think we're not. It's not that bad. And people are seeing that these people have an agenda. They can't trust them. There's a
amen.
question from Paul Joseph. It said Allah will punish Muslims if they reveal their sin to others. Um, he says, in other words, if they repent and stop lying. Not quite. That might be a different reference. No, Allah says, no, you should conceal the sin of your brother. And if you do that, Allah will not see your sin or will not acknowledge your sins on the day of judgment. So in other words, you just hide your brother's sin. But is there another reference to this
I think
where
There is. I heard
I
Asim Al
think there is.
Hakim saying exactly what Paul Joseph is writing here, saying to people, do not say what you have done that is sinful. If you do, you will not be forgiven. Asim Al Hakim.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Weird, weird. Anyway, guys, I
Can you
wish
bring
it,
the
it
comment
was good
of
to have you.
hardcore gamer on the screen? Imagine what he is saying. Hardcore gamer,
Mhm.
Adam, my dear brother. So he
Looking
starts
for it.
in English so that people will think it's a positive comment, but then he goes into Hindi. तू इतना झूठ बोलता है कि तू मुसलमान हो ही नहीं सकता. uh, now he's like, you lie so much that you were never a Muslim. Chalta hu. Now he's running away like a dog. By the way, he came, he debated, he fall so badly, it's unbelievable, and he did that thrice. I gave him a timer. Then his daddies who are running away from me, one of his daddy came and he started abusing with all the private parts of the mother and the father and the sisters and everybody, and this is also live. And he was calling somebody in my panel in StreamYard on his WhatsApp, and he was abusing with every single abuse of the world. That is their daddies. And I have challenged them that come and I will put the timer on, bring a topic. They are so scared of me when I showed the character of Muhammad live stream. They were so
Hmm.
scared. And I said, bring anybody in verses. You can bring a devil in versus Muhammad and prove devil to be better than Muhammad, let alone that you say, oh, look at what Christ did. Okay. That will be the most easiest thing to do for me when you say Muhammad versus Jesus. That will be the most easiest one. I'm telling you, bring Muhammad versus devil, a belief of the Quran, and your prophet will lose pretty badly, even in front of the Iblis. And I have put up this challenge from the last 2 years, and the names of the daddies that he's saying in the live chat never showed up on my channel. And then he sent like three chats where it starts with dear brother Adam, because people over here do not know Hindi or Urdu. Rest of the part that he is saying is in Urdu. This is how they deceive, because Allah is the best of deceiver. So these people are the best of deceivers as well, just like their God Allah, who is a fake God, obviously.
Dear brother Adam, I love you so much. You are my special friend, and I really mean it this time. All in English.
You really mean it? You sure?
This time,
Nobody else?
Right.
just this time. I don't know next time or before. All right.
This
Well,
time,
guys,
Lloyd and JC is not your. I am the one, right?
no, no, no.
Perfect.
Lloyd,
Look at Lloyd's
JC,
face.
you, only you. Okay, I need to go. Love you guys. Appreciate you. My phone is going off the wall. Can you
Yeah.
see the tears
Okay.
coming to my
So we
phone?
see you on Friday. Also, Usama, one last thing that I spoke to you about my friend from Canada to do a stream. Are you maybe free on Thursday?
We
Oh,
can.
hold on. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow or Thursday. So Friday with
Tomorrow is
JC, we'll do a
Wednesday.
stream on the
Tomorrow
Kiraat.
is Wednesday.
So Friday, the Kiraat. And then a friend of
Okay.
mine from Canada to do another stream this week, Usama. I'll be in touch with you offline. All right?
All right. All right. No problem. See you guys. God bless you all. See you, Adam.
See ya. God bless you, brother. Take
JC.
care.
Take care,
God bless
everyone.
you. Bye
God
bye.
bless everyone. Take care. Good night. Goodbye. God
Bye.
bless.